What's up, model brats? It's Special Warrior. So today we are gonna do the last what if of this year, and this month was great because I started my channel this month and I got nearly 70 subscribers. Yeah, I know it's not much, but for me it's a huge achievement. So I thank you guys for that. And tomorrow on the New Year's Eve, there'll be one special video, more crazy video. So yeah, be ready for that. Anyways, this what if is called what if Goku was born with foresight. So I'll explain the backstory after I finish this intro. So without any further ado, let's get watching. So I'm gonna the Bardock in this water is going to be a mixture of Bardock, the Z Bardock, the Bardock special, and the Super Broly Bardock. So I'll call them Z Bardock and S Bardock. So they're mixed into one, a Bardock. And 3 years ago, at age, if I it's 634, I guess, yeah, it's 634. Bardock went on a mission with this crew, the 5 people. I really don't know what their name is. And then, after exterminating the people, the last survivor, and their race was known for foresight abilities. And the last guy who will put the picture here, yeah, I'll put it, but I really don't know what his name is, and I don't know what his species is, and I really don't want to research it because the ideas that are in my what ifs I just come pop in my mind and just make what ifs. So I really don't read scripts and research on it. So yeah, please go with me. So he gives his using the karate neck chop, and yeah, he dies, and then Bardock is hospitalized on the on the healing center, and then he wakes up, and this time his team doesn't go on his journey because it isn't time for Frieza to exterminate all the Saiyans. It's 3 years before Frieza even tried you did it. So Bardock just goes home, meets Kine, and he talks about what happened to him, how he got knocked out, blah blah blah. And then you know then after dinner they talk about Raditz, about how he's in Vegeta's team. And then Bardock decides to make another baby, and Guinea is excited and they do their stuff. And the next day Bardock finds out that Guinea is pregnant. Yeah, they do some hardcore things, but I'm not gonna tell it because I don't want my channel to get age restricted. Please, you just use your imagination. So then 3 years later, Kakarot is born, and this time I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna just tell it briefly. Bardock gets the vision of Frieza killing, the planet with him for a few times, and he realizes that due to that neck snapping from that weird race, he gained the ability to foresight, and he was able to foresight. But instead of him, trying to rebel against Frieza, he knew that this time, even if he rebelled, the it will be inevitable. Yeah, Thanos is inevitable. So he just stays low and thinks about a way to save his family, or what he is. So yeah, and yeah, really nothing happens. He goes on his mission, and then all the saints are brought to the earth, and this is where he confirms that he is gonna attack now. And yeah, he comes back with that other guy, the other guy who was with Bardock in the Bardock movie. So then he immediately goes to Guinea and tells her about his beard for what if Fortnite. No, yeah, Fortune. Wait a second. Ah, yeah, Foresight. Yeah, Foresight. He tells Guinea about his foresight, and he was having this really weird thing where Frieza destroys his planet, so he wants to save Kakarot. And then he steals a pod at night, picks up Kakarot, shoves him in the what space pod, and then shoots him away. I mean, lets him go to Earth, same as everything. And then he goes to battle Frieza, and then yeah, he is destroyed like normal, but this time he sees a vision. Two visions. First, Goku is battling Frieza, and second, Goku is fighting with Frieza. Yeah, he's like, what the hell? And then he gets destroyed, and then after destruction, a bright light occurs, and this is where Goku activates his first foresight vision. He sees an old guy nursing what looks like him. He really doesn't understand what he saw, but he really doesn't question because his mom and dad just left him for all he cares. So then, after a few days, Goku reaches Earth, he lands on Earth, and then Grandpa Gohan investigates and sees Goku. And instead of Goku rebelling, he sees Grandpa Gohan and smiles. And Grandpa Gohan smiles too, and boom, Goku adopted. And later that night, Kakarot is eating. Very good. He's eating, and Grandpa Gohan asks his name. And then he gets his second foresight vision, a big haired man calling him Kakarot. And then he just repeats Kakarot. Grandpa goes like Kakarot, huh? So yeah, a day passes, and then Kakarot wakes up the second day after his arrival on Earth and sees Grandpa Gohan practicing, martial arts. He goes to him and copies his movement. And one more thing, due to already Goku was a prodigy when he was born, but due to having this foresight, he can just learn instantaneously, not even requiring to train. So yeah, that's kind of OP, but yeah, Goku's OP in this timeline. So yeah, and then he just masters what Gohan is doing in a couple of seconds. Gohan is impressed. A 3-year-old kid managing to use his speed to match Gohan. And then after he uses that Gohan pose, which I'll show right now, he Goku sees a vision about a small man bulking up and you clapping his hands together, taking it back and saying 5 words, and then firing a beam of light, and then he comes back. Then Goku, then Grandpa Gohan doesn't know what he did, and just praises Goku that he is a good fighter and all. But Goku really doesn't hear this, and he just is in his own world, thinking about what he saw, and then he goes, to a tree, claps his hand, takes it back, and says those 5 words. Kamehameha. And he fires a small beam to a tree, but he's exhausted. I mean, super exhausted. He just falls down, unable to, because he's just about the power level of 2. And I think Kamehameha requires a lot of energy, so yeah, he's pretty drained. And Grandpa Gohan sees it and is amazed. How? And the next thing we know, Grandpa Gohan is taking Goku to Master Roshi, to train him, because this guy just used the Kamehameha, which took both of them over a lifetime to even learn it. So Goku and Kakarot and Gohan both go to Master Roshi's, and then when they reach the Master Roshi, Gohan says hello to Master Roshi, and they start talking about what Goku did, and then Grandpa Gohan is like, he did a Kamehameha, and I was like, and then both of them turned to Goku. They saw him, and then he turned the left side, clapped his hand, took it back, and said Kamehameha, and fired it off the ocean, but not far away, just went a big time. But it was powerful than what it was before when he did it the first time. But this time also, he's exhausted. So Master is like, this guy is awesome, and yeah, begins to train him. And this training lasts for 5 years until Kakarot is 8. Remember, in the Broly movie, Kakarot was 3. When the time when Planet Vegeta was born, and he blown, and he was sent away. So yeah, he trains with Master Roshi for 8 years, and this increases Gohan's power, Master Roshi's power, as well as Goku's power. So their power levels are as follows. Goku is at a power level of 180. Master Roshi's power level of 160, and Gohan we really don't know because it really wasn't mentioned anywhere, so we really don't know, but his power increased a lot. Yeah, and then 4 years later he has another vision. A guy, a cat, a cat person training him, and then he tells this to go and tell this to Master Roshi and Grandpa Gohan. And in this 3 year time script, there are some details which I want to cover right now before moving forward. Goku had many visions, and he told this secret to Grandpa Gohan and Master Roshi, so they know where Goku is getting all these moves and all. But they're still surprised that Goku can learn so fast. So yeah, he learns 4 moves, or you could say, yeah, 4 moves. So the first move is Destructo Disc, which drains him. Second, Masenko, which also drains him. And when he uses Masenko, Master Roshi figures out that something is going to happen in the future, that King Piccolo is going to be or sealed off, and then he takes a submarine, goes to the ocean, picks up the rice cooker, and keeps it in a silence so it would be safe. So yeah, King Piccolo averted. Yeah, and by the way, this video is this series is inspired by Diamond What If. You can check it out. Just search it on. I just wanted to shout out, because if I don't, you might just comment saying I'll copy this and that. But I really wanted to change some things in that from this and that. So, anyways, then go yeah, and then the last attack he learns is the final flash. Yeah, he just sees a spiky guy bulked up and uses the final flash. And this also, aspires him to learn the bulked up move which Roshi uses. And Roshi teaches him, because why not? But Goku can't use it perfectly because his body is tiny. He needs to mature, but he knows the basics, so he can use anytime he wants. So then, when he's 8 years old, he tells Master Roshi about this cat guy, and yeah, Master Roshi takes Goku to the current tower of the current land, and gives him you know, and just tells him to go climb up. And during this 5 years of training, Goku gets the power pole as well as the Nimbus. So yeah, I just want to clear that. Yeah, I know in Diamond What If he gets the cloud in the after reaching corner, but I just wanted to change different things what happened. Yeah, so then he starts climbing the tower, and then he reaches corner, and they both start to train. And yeah, for 4 years he just trains there. Well, in just 2 years he can even surpass Koran. His power level is estimated to be around 190, and in just 2 years he's in 300s. Yeah, without even using special moves. So yeah, it doesn't get bigger and bigger. Yeah, Goku at the age of 12 is around 300, and at the age of 10, not 12, another in other 2 years he just masters his move, like the Destructor Disc, the Masenko, and the Final Flash. So he has 4 moves: Destructor Disc, Masenko, Kamehameha, and Final Flash. So he uses the Destructor Disc as a decoy, Masenko has a favorite hit, and finally Kamehameha has also a favorite hit, but he uses the Final Flash as a trump card, not at the end. And one more thing, he also learned the Soul of Flare. I just wanted to add it because I think Goku would, of course, imagine it being a bald guy using it, so why not? But he won't learn the Tri Beam, because I don't want literally every attacks which have already been created by others to, to have him. Okay, sure, Masenko would have been created, but that, yeah, he just gets killed, so he really doesn't matter. King Piccolo doesn't matter. So, anyways, then Bulma after 4 years of training, Goku departs from the Karen's tower, saying goodbye to Karen, and goes to Master Roshi, to spend the day with him because he really doesn't have anything to do. And Karen doesn't, let him go to the top and meet the Guardian for some reason. So, yeah, all that happens. Then we come to the main part, the first arc of Dragon Ball, the Pilaf Saga. And in this time, Goku meets Bulma in Master Roshi's island, not in the forest, because Goku has been living with Master Roshi for, they never went back. But Gohan still has a 4-star Dragon Ball, and Master Roshi has his 3-star Dragon Ball. So Bulma, she's like 2 in 1 stone and just goes there, finds, does her usual trick to, seduce Master Roshi and gets the true Dragon Ball. And Master Roshi suggests Goku to go with her because if he doesn't go, well, the plot doesn't happen. Yeah, and this time Goku just obliterates. He just destroys everything. Yeah, no need to go into the dance. He just destroys everything and everyone. So Oolong is in the match for him. So he takes him. He takes them hostage. He defeats Yamcha once in just one hit, and yeah, all remains the same except for the fire mountain. How is how it will change, because he doesn't go and find Master Roshi. He just claps his hand and uses the Kamehameha, which destroys the mountain Roshi, so, which destroys the mountain. So which means he doesn't meet Cheech. And yeah, then all the goes same until he reaches the Pilaf gang. He still gets caught by the Pilaf gang traps because he really. And one more thing, Goku has learned to control his, for Foresight thingy, but a little, he can use it whenever he likes, but he can't control it. He can use it, he can activate it, just like Sharingan, but he can't control whenever it activates. Yeah, he can activate on its will, but he can't control it like that. So yeah, so he really doesn't use, but he used it on Bulma, and he saw something. She was in a wedding dress. Yeah, that's all he saw. So Goku and this just thought that she was gonna be her wife or something. Yeah, spoiler for the later episodes. And Oolong being outside, Oolong makes the same wish, and yeah. That arc, and one more thing, Goku just uses the destructor disc to you know, slice the door or just slice the wall, and yeah, before he could even run, Oolong made a swish, and then he defeated the Pilaf gang easily. So yeah, he didn't see the full moon. And about the full moon, he had a vision that if he sees the full moon, he'll turn into giant ape, so he avoids seeing it. Yeah, so that's it for this episode. Oh yeah, before finishing, I just want to cover up some more. Krillin comes, but Goku doesn't train with Master Roshi this time because he just goes to Master Roshi, just sits there, and he just flies away, and that's it. Yeah, that's it, guys, for this episode. Hope you liked it. If you like this episode, please like, share, subscribe, do the necessary stuff, and if you don't, I understand. So that's it. Peace out.